Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Blazekiller, and today we are back with another video. In today's video, we'll be continuing our annual tradition of exploring different Lumber Tycoons in Roblox. For the past 3 years, I think, I have explored different Lumber Tycoon variants that are available in Roblox. As you see, there's more than just our beloved Lumber Tycoon 2 here. There's actually quite a few, and I'm surprised I'm not seeing more actually. I just searched up Lumber Tycoon in the search bar of Roblox and under experiences, I guess, and you can see how there's more. There's more than one option. Actually, I think last year we covered this one, and this one, so it's good to see that these are actually still up and running. In previous years we've seen a lot more options, but I've pre-selected another 3. Last year we did 3. I think in previous years we tried to do more than 3, but that was quite a lot to do in one video. So I pre-selected a few that I want to explore. All I did essentially was just make sure that they're up and running still, make sure that they're not flukes, or make sure that they're actually somewhat interesting, right? And I selected 3 to actually go through today, and I want to start with this one called Discontinued Lumber Tycoon. Now this one seems, oh, did it already load in? No. Okay, this is called Lumber Tycoon X. Now I've made another Lumber Tycoon X in the past, or I've seen another one, but this says version 2, so maybe it's by the same person. I'm not exactly certain, but let's jump into this and let's see what it holds. All right, we're here. It took a while to initialize, to start up. Looks like I'm the only one playing this game right now. That's probably why. Yeah, so here we are. Here are our first impressions. Let's zoom out here and get a nice little view of the main biome. It looks like there's a lot to explore. I think the difficult thing for us in today's video is going to be exploring 3 different maps and 3 different games within a reasonable amount of time. I don't really want to make this video much longer than maybe 30 minutes, so we're going to do our best here to explore things. We're not going to really, start playing the game itself, right? Building a base and things like that, unless you guys want to see that in a future video for one or multiple of these games. Let me know in the comments below if that's the case, but let's just jump straight into this. There are some hidden biomes not located on the map. Okay, so where are we? Do we have like okay, here we are. The main biome right there. Oh wow, okay, so it kind of connects. It does connect. The entire thing, so this whole place is new. It looks like a lot more is new as well. So we have the taiga biome, looks like, which connects to the sweet biome, the Antarctica biome, the desert biome, the candy tropics. Oh wow, I don't think we're gonna have time to explore all of this, but let's just explore what's closest to us. Maybe we can get a base and get a car so we can travel around the map a little bit more. But let's just jump straight into exploring what would be the Woods R Us, I guess. This is called the shop, I guess, here. Yeah, not many people are playing this game. Yeah, the server age just started. But I think some of the other Lumber Tycoons that I saw actually had some people playing, so that's going to be interesting to see that. So let's explore some of these. Oh my gosh. That is a bit terrifying. Let's not look at that. Helicopter. Oh my gosh, helicopter. You can fly around, and also there's a bit to put items in. Okay, so there's a little bit of space to put items in. Imagine if Lumber Tycoon 2 added helicopters. I think what I always love about exploring these other Lumber Tycoons is like kind of just asking myself what features that these games have would be cool to see in Lumber Tycoon 2, like our Lumber Tycoon 2. The cow axe, like some of these you'll see are like really stupid, at least in my opinion. Like a cow wood teleporter, like what does that even mean? Maybe it's cool, maybe it's cool. The panda teddy bear axe. So maybe some of these items are actually useful, but I think it's always interesting to be like, oh, what if this was added to? Oh my gosh, mega dynamite. This could be base ending. That's actually so funny. I would love to see that go off. Looks like there's more room for some expansion here and some Christmas presents. Looks like weird, very strange. Another thing I kind of noticed and remember about some of these Lumber Tycoons is that they have like exclusive items, like Christmas items, for instance, like in the shop itself, so you can purchase them year round, which is kind of cool. But there's also so many new features, which is always super fun to explore. Axe shop upstairs. So here's our land store, which has a, what is that? Oh my. Emojis. I guess these are all different types of axes. Yeah, if you see anything like that I don't specifically point out, or even if I do, that you would love to see added to this game, or to Lumber Tycoon I should say, let me know, because I think a helicopter would be really cool. I think other cars would be super cool. The Mercedes, I don't know how that would work if we'd have to get like work out some agreement with these companies, these car companies. But something that's more basic, like a Tahoe or like a flatbed truck or just something. Oh wow! Oh my gosh! Yeah, y'all, I'm just like exploring things. Like pretty much what I did beforehand is I logged into these games. Was like, is there enough to make a video on this or part of a video on this? And that was pretty much my only thing I was taking into consideration. But I did not really look much further than that. So I'm gonna actually have to explore that up there. Give me a second. All right, so here we are. Looks like there's like a nuclear warhead of some sort. This is gonna be super interesting to get a full view of the map as well while we're up here. Why is this right on top of the Woods R Us? That's so strange. Okay, can we carefully walk along here? Okay, yeah, here's the map, so I don't have to explore everything. Maybe if we can get a decent view of the map. It looks like it's not all gonna render for us, but that's very strange over there. But yeah, we can see there's multiple different biomes that are new. Very cool, very interesting. I don't want to risk walking all. Okay, so the swamp looks a little bit different. I had to climb up here. This was super weird. I did notice this old menu without the new permissions thing. It has like a whitelist and blacklist, but also look at the sun. Look at the sun. Look how pretty that looks. What if I think, yeah, this is something I've seen in a previous Lumber Tycoon that I've explored. Is the graphics in some of these Lumber Tycoon, I don't want to say rip-offs, they're kind of just remakes maybe, are super amazing. Some of them at least. Like, look at the sun. Look at that. Look at that. I'm sorry. Like, I'm actually so fascinated with how pretty that looks. And then I guess it looks like it's a sunset, so we're gonna see if like other colors change in the atmosphere as the sun sets or not. Okay, I'm seeing a theme here. This looks like there's some like nuclear fallout oh wow, that's kind of cool. Not fallout, like a nuclear situation here. I don't know how to describe it. I don't even know if the person who made this knows what's happening. But it looks like everything's going downhill and this whole place is going to get blown up possibly. Also, we saw that massive TNT, massive piece of dynamite in the shop, right? So again, another theme. What is this supposed to be? What I do want to do before we go into our next game is I want to quickly get a vehicle if I can, which means I'm going to have to purchase a plot so we can drive around the map just a little bit more and get a taste of what this map has to offer. Alright, so I got some money, but I don't seem to be able to buy some land, and you'll see why in a second. It kind of just glitched out, and even if I do press yes, I can't press it again without it like, it's glitched. It was even hard to buy this basic hatchet in the first place, so I think there's some glitches with this map or with this game, which explains why nobody's playing it possibly. But yeah, I was able to buy the hatchet and get some money. The trees are like 10 times, I think, the sell. I think 10 times money. Yeah, so that's why I have so much money from just chopping down, I think, 2 trees. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to explore the map on vehicle, but we did see a basic overview of the map from above, so that's cool. And anything... Oh my gosh! How do you get there? Oh, there must be a teleporter, you know? It's probably how you get down to that biome, but anything else under here? Oh my gosh! I'm not alone, guys! Okay, well, for the sake of time, I think we should move to the next game. But I would rate this one, you know, I wasn't really planning to rate them, but I would rate this one, if it actually worked, if it, you know, assuming everything worked normally, I would say about a 7 out of 10? I would say 8 out of 10. There's actually a lot to explore. It's a bit unorganized, it's a bit chaotic, but I would say 8 out of 10. So reading the notes of this game that we just played, obviously it says discontinued, has been discontinued for 3 years, will no longer receive updates, so that's probably why it's not super popular anymore and why it has so many bugs. But I think I really do like that one. I did enjoy that one. Let's jump to our next one though. Which one was the one that I wanted to do next? There's a few of them that I looked through, but I think this one was actually super interesting because look, it has 74 players, which is like some of the most you see up here in terms of like Lumber Tycoon remakes. Okay, so this says Lumber Inc. 3, a team-based game about cutting trees, big trucks, and robot saws. Interesting. It says a team-based game, so I don't have a team with me, unfortunately, but that should be okay. 12.3 million visits. That's million, right? Oh my gosh. Wait, is this actually like Have you guys heard of this? I haven't heard of this, but it certainly seems like it's popular. I know Lumber Tycoon has like, what, 2 billion? I think something billion, right? Let's see here. Spawn tutorial about. Let's say about maybe. No, okay. Let's go with tutorial if we can, so we can see how to actually play this game. But it looks really structured. Honestly, I mean, it looks really nice. Looks like it was last updated maybe 8 months ago, I think that is. Okay, tutorial is short and will provide you the basic understanding. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The basic goal of the game is to cut trees and mill them for money. Okay, so we know that. It's like a tycoon, but team-based. So these look like actual players right now, just based on the movements. They don't look like bots. The process first starts at the tree, where you can use your axe or a truck, interesting, to cut down trees. Click the tree till it falls over, load it on the trucks, transport it to the mill. Mill it into packages. Let's see where it takes us here. I don't want to take too long here. Okay, so that's the mill. Okay, so it's like a, okay, that makes sense. Transport to the trucks. No one person owns a log or a package. Everything is owned by the team. You only own your truck. Okay, so the money is evenly divided up between all members of the team. Once the train is filled, the round will end. The round, okay, so this is like it's a game. It's not like a tycoon. And bonuses will be handed out. Train will leave and a new one, the forest will regenerate. Okay. Okay. To purchase better trucks and... Okay, I think I get it. If your truck falls over, you can flip it. We need a flip feature in Lumber Tycoon 2. Oh my goodness, Defaultio, please add a flip feature for trucks and other vehicles. So this is Lumber Inc. 3. I'm wondering if there were previous iterations of this. It sounds like there might have been. Well, I don't have a team. I'm not sure how teams work, how I get onto a team. Oh, maybe like this. Oh, that's how I add someone in the game. How do I get out of this? Oh no. Those numbers on the top of my screen, that little bar, that looks like teams. I'm not sure how to join one. Maybe there's an area in the spawn to join one. The truck shop. So it looks like you just fill up this train thing over here, and whoever gets the different trailers on the train itself are, I think, your team's trailer. And then whoever gets like the most amount of wood on that trailer, each specific trailer, looks like 18 people can be on a team, looks like, will win the round. I'm not sure how long the rounds last. Session 5. Okay, there's a lot to be explored here, I think. Can I jump onto you and get over there quicker? Yes, perfect. Okay, so looks like we're gonna go to that area that we saw earlier, and this is definitely not going to be like a full walkthrough of this game, y'all. There's a lot to this game, a lot of moving parts. It's probably pretty simple. I think it is pretty simple. It's just it's so different from what I'm used to. Again, the graphics. Lumber Tycoon, can we get better graphics? Why? Isn't this beautiful? Can I zoom out? I don't know if I can zoom out. I don't think I can zoom out. This is actually so sick, y'all. Oh, I see how you can cut down. I'm just gonna kind of stay on this guy's vehicle so I can get a feel of what this game looks like. That's so cool. How do you okay, so is that like a transporter vehicle? And like I'm in like a robot saw vehicle, I think is what they called it in the title, right? The description, the robot saw. Okay, that's the transporter. I don't know why I didn't see that earlier. That's so cool. I just don't know how to get onto a team, if I'm being honest. Is the tutorial about rules, credits? There's definitely a way. It's probably right in front of my face, y'all, but I don't fully understand it. But this is actually super cool. I don't really want to spend too much more time in this game, given that I don't want to make this video too long, and I think we get the basic gist of the game. Have you ever played this game? I'm wondering if any of you have, and if this interests you at all. Like, it's obviously not really a tycoon. It's more of like a lumber-based group team game. I don't know how they described it. Probably much better than I just did. But I think this is sick. It's not really, again, a lumber tycoon, but it's super, I think, interesting nonetheless. Let's jump into our third and final game, which will close out the video. Okay, looking through these, there were a few that piqued my interest, but I did want to go with a more of a tycoon type game. This one I think was unavailable if I remember correctly, yeah. But this other one, when I loaded into it, it kind of reminded me of this one that I have my cursor on right now, which was I think the third and final one that I did in last year's video. I think it's somewhat similar. It has more players actually than that one, at least right now. Welcome to Mega Lumber Tycoon. This game is about lumbering wood, processing and selling wood to earn money. Sounds like everything that we already know. Sell tons of wood and become the richest player on the leaderboard. 87,000 visits, and it's been, well, actually it was created, oh my gosh, just this year. Okay, sick. And this was actually updated just a few weeks ago at the time of this recording. So let's jump into this. Let's see what this game has to offer. I think if I remember correctly, it's more like a tycoon game. It's not like a Lumber Tycoon 2 like we know it. It's more like a tycoon. So yep, looks like what I expected it to be. So let's see how this compares. If you remember last year's video, we had that tycoon game that kind of looked like this. I mean, it was just like a normal tycoon. Let's see if it's better or worse than that one. If you haven't watched last year's video, I highly advise it. I really do like that one. It did pretty well on my channel too, so this is why I'm going to continue that tradition. And if you want to watch the first two iterations, you can. I went through a lot more games though in those first two videos, so it might be a little bit all over the place. I'm trying to condense it and only cover a few games in one video now. So here we are. I've played Tycoons in the past. I'm sure you all have too. But I guess it's always just a matter of how does this one work, right? How does this one function? So it looks like it's gonna automatically do stuff for me. Sometimes you have to press a button or something to get the wood to come off or come out of your thing. Is there maybe a way I can do that? No, it doesn't look like that. And then it looks like I collect the money here. Okay, perfect. Okay, you can rebirth, which is sick. Buy sawmill. So I can buy another one. And I'll just keep collecting this, I guess. So I can buy more sawmills, make more money. I can stand here for a while and do that, but let's explore some of the other options. So buy wood polisher, conveyor walls, buy path, buy conveyor, obviously some VIP options. As I earn some more money, I'm gonna actually try to find another person's base, just so we can get like a feel of, ooh, wood polisher. Let's do that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm actually having fun already. These tycoons are so engaging. I love them. These items give passive income. What items? I think something that's another factor with these tycoons is, does your progress save? Some of these tycoons, you can spend hours playing them, except your progress never saves, which is a huge tragedy, right? So it would be interesting to see if your progress saves in this game. Maybe I can check that out in a second. So some advertisements. So this person's base does not even look much more advanced than mine does. How many other people are in this game? Maybe we can find somebody. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anyone super rich. I think when I first loaded into this game, there was a more advanced player, but it looked relatively, simple, and you can kind of imagine how it might look once you get all the features here. Okay, so why does it say ore count in the bottom right? Does it mean like plank count, like wood count? Where do I collect my money? 340. Wow, guys, we are rich. We are rich. Let's buy another sawmill. Let's buy a what's gonna make us? What's a woodcutter? Woodcutter, wood polisher. Is that what I just purchased that one, didn't I? A little bit earlier. Buy path. What's that? Oh, that doesn't do anything to help me. I thought it might have been like a different conveyor belt. Buy sawmill. Okay, we can just totally load up this base. I'm already having so much fun. I'm gotta make sure I don't lose track of time here, because again, we are not trying to make this video super long. I'm gonna play this game for a little bit longer and cut the video, come back, and we'll see how much progress I can make within a reasonable amount of time. Alright, here's my progress after about 10 more minutes of playing. I know, only about 10 more minutes. Looks like we have a lot of... Oh gosh, I don't want to purchase that. Looks like we have a lot more progress here than 10 minutes worth, right? But yeah, look at this. So I started adding more conveyors, some upgraders to those conveyors and to the wood. Buy nuclear perfection. What does that mean? So just some more upgrades. You can see some of the money actually is listed on these woods. on these planks, so that's super cool. My ore count in the bottom right, it's kind of going crazy. I started buying some more aesthetic things like walls and windows. I'm not sure what these do. Buy phasers. It says this gives you passive income, but I'm not seeing. Oh, I guess it doesn't get added to my money in the top right. It just gets added to this, I guess. That's interesting. I'm wondering how much money it actually gives me. But something I did notice in the bottom or the left of my screen is the rebirth, among other things. Yeah, lots of in-game purchases here. But the rebirth feature, the buttons I think refer to the amount of things that you step on the ground, you know, those upgrades. So I just purchased enough to get this rebirth. So what just uh-oh, what happened? So I guess how do I know I rebirthed? Do I get like a special starter sawmill? Do I get something special? Or was that just for fun? Oh, new area. Oh, it gives me gems in a new area. Okay, so I got gems. Teleport. Entrance. Do I have like a new area I can teleport to? Maybe that's a glitch that's not working right now. Well, that sucks. I just rebirthed and I didn't get anything out of it, at least to my knowledge, besides some gems. I'm wondering if there is a new location I can teleport to or not. But anyways, that's that game. I'm glad you guys were able to see my base before it just got completely wiped. One more thing I wanted to test is this going to save? So let's just leave this game really quickly, jump back into it, and see if my progress saves. Alright, looks like my progress does save. So if you do want to play this game for yourself, know that your progress looks like it's going to save. I have the same number of gems, the base looks the same as when I left it, so that's always great to see with these Tycoon games. It can be annoying to see your progress completely restart. I didn't rate the last one, I just realized that. I'm going to rate the last one I played, the second game. I think if I started playing it with friends, it would be a lot of fun. So I'm going to rate it an 8 out of 10. I'm going to rate this one. I know it's not a traditional Lumber Tycoon game. Well, actually, it technically is a traditional Tycoon game. I'm gonna give it a 9, just because I'm having so much fun. I could totally see myself playing this for hours. The other ones, maybe not so much. I don't know. The second game, if I got the hang of things and got some friends, maybe I can play it for quite some time. The first one, it's just Lumber Tycoon 2 with a lot of add-ons. I'm not sure if you guys like that. Like, which of these three games do you prefer? There's actually quite a bit of variety between these three games and their objectives, their purposes, whether they're multiplayer or not. Let me know in the comments below which of these three games that you saw in this video was your favorite. Which of these would you actually play, or at least consider playing on your own time or with friends as well? And yeah, leave that in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback on these games. If you'd like to see me play any of these games specifically in a future video, like singling out one of these games to play in a future video, let me know. And if you'd like me to continue this annual tradition next year with any new Lumber Tycoons that come out, also let me know that in the comment section below. Hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.